Beth Phoenix has been posting a lot of reactions to what her husband Edge is doing with Judgment Day. So we'll get into her comments. We'll also see what's going on with Liv Morgan, Randy Orton, and what former NXT superstar allegedly could be working on with Drake soon. Let's start things off with Randy Orton. Randy Orton just celebrated his 20th year anniversary in WWE. Orton has been saying in a lot of recent interviews how he grew into a man in WWE. How he used to have these breakdowns in front of Vince McMahon. How he needed people like Cody Rhodes to keep him out of harm's way back in the day. Everyone was there for him, and they guided him on the way to having this first ballot Hall of Fame career. In the prime of his career, Randy Orton just was always around the main event world title scene. From late 2000s to just around 2016, Randy was constantly involved with the WWE title. Randy Orton's last WWE title reign wasn't that long ago, but it was a forgettable reign. His last world title run came at Hell in a Cell in October 2020, where he defeated Drew McIntyre for the WWE title, but would only go on to hold it for 22 days until Drew won it back. So everyone thought we would get main event Randy Orton back with that 2020 world title reign, but it shockingly ended in just 3 weeks. So he didn't get much of anything done there. Then after losing the title quickly back to Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton would enter a long feud with Bray Wyatt, and then as soon as that was done, he joined forces with Riddle, and has been in the tag team division ever since. And it's not that Randy Orton is miserable in the tag team division, it's actually the complete opposite. He has said that teaming with Riddle is the most fun he's had in his career. Fans have definitely noticed as well that Orton looks like he's having a blast. But with a long 2-year break away from the main event scene, fans feel like Orton is ready for another world title feud. And the opportunity is right there with Roman Reigns. Roman has walked through nearly everyone during this 600-day title reign, but he's yet to defeat Randy Orton during this title reign. So, fans feel like Orton is a hidden gem on the list of potential opponents for Roman Reigns. If WWE ever runs low on opponents for Roman Reigns, Orton is right there and is more than capable of getting fans invested in a main event feud. Who also commented on this situation was Booker T, who had this to say on his show about Orton going back in the main event scene, quote, "People want to see Randy back in that position, and I think this hiatus did him a lot of good. As far as being hooked up with Riddle, being able to go out there and just entertain, put it on cruise control for a minute, that's right there. It does the body wonders more than anything. And one thing that they always say, absence makes the heart grow fonder. So, my thing is this, with Randy Orton, you could put him right back in that position, let him run if we wanted," end quote. So an interesting point there by Booker T. He says that this hiatus away from the main event scene probably has Orton feeling refreshed, and he would put on some great work if you allowed him to go back into the main event scene. So hopefully we do get to see Randy Orton back in a world title scene program in the future. It probably will be a long way to get there though, because RK Bro has to first drop the tag titles. Then we'll probably see a breakup feud, and then maybe sometime after that, Orton can set his eyes back on the world title. So it may be a while, but hopefully we do get to see it again down the line. Edge's character and persona has made a drastic change over the last few months. Just back in January, Edge was teaming with his wife Beth Phoenix. They were having a great family time there with their daughters at ringside. But fast forward a few months later, and now Edge is a ruthless cult-like leader for the Judgment Day faction. And one important thing to wonder about is, how does Beth Phoenix feel about Edge's recent actions? Well, if you pay attention to Beth's tweets, she'll tell you exactly how she feels about it. Beth's not a fan at all. She'll often tweet messages during Edge's segments about how this isn't him, how she knows there's still good left in him. And she was also devastated when Rhea Ripley joined Edge. So, considering how against Judgment Day Beth Phoenix is, it's interesting to wonder if we could potentially see another Beth Phoenix WWE return, and she could possibly try to get through Edge's head. Maybe she truly believes at first that she could talk him out of it, but once she gets to Raw and tries it, it's obviously not going to work. As far as Beth Phoenix joining Judgment Day, it doesn't seem that likely for a handful of reasons. She's already established on Twitter that she's not a fan of her husband's actions, so it doesn't make sense for her to flip her feelings and join him. Plus, Beth doesn't really fit into the description of what Edge is looking for with Judgment Day members. He's looking for current superstars who haven't been living up to their capabilities. Beth doesn't really fit into that category since she's retired and already a member of the Hall of Fame. But it will be interesting to see if Beth just returns for a few weeks to see if she can talk Edge out of it. Obviously, she'll be unsuccessful with that attempt, but it'll be a great moment because it'll show that Edge is just too far gone and won't even listen to his wife. In other Edge-related news, Edge made a comment to Liv Morgan on Raw about how she was just a doll. Liv Morgan responded to Edge's comments on Twitter, where she said, quote, "LOL, dolls make so much money," end quote. And if you didn't see Raw, you would have no idea what Liv Morgan was referring to here. Some fans who didn't see Raw thought Liv Morgan's tweet there about the doll was in reference to Alexa Bliss, the Lily doll, and all that. But that wasn't the case at all. It wasn't any shade to Alexa Bliss or teasing anything with Alexa Bliss. She was just responding to what Edge said about her on Raw. So even though fans still want to see Alexa and Liv cross paths one day, this tweet had nothing to do with Alexa. One of the most shocking recent NXT releases was just the release of Harland, also known as Parker Boudreaux. He was known for his shocking resemblance to Brock Lesnar and even debuted on NXT, but was unfortunately released. However, things are still looking up for Parker Boudreaux. He took to Twitter to announce that he'll be working with Drake soon in some capacity. He even posted a screenshot on Instagram conversation that he had with one of Drake's entourage members, Ovio Jello. Jello's messages said that Drake wants to meet Parker and how he needs him for a show. That was all the details that Parker released. It looks like Drake's people weren't happy with that being posted because Parker took that tweet down pretty fast. So his WWE release was very unfortunate. Everyone thought maybe he could have been the next big homegrown star for WWE. But they decided to cut ties with him. But either way, if it does turn out to be true and he does end up meeting Drake and working with him, that's a pretty big deal as well. Parker Boudreaux was already close friends with Eva Marie before he joined WWE. So now if he builds a relationship with Drake, that's even more great connections for him to have. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Do you want to see Randy Orton back in the world title scene? Do you think Beth should confront Edge? And what did you think of Parker's big Drake reveal? Leave your comments below, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys!